Hi, and welcome to my presentation. This audio reminds me of the forest region in the Bruce Peninsula. The Bruce Peninsula is home to many different ecosystems ranging from forests, open lands, alvars, lakes, shorelines, and coastal wetlands. Approximately 70% of the Bruce Peninsula is covered by forests. These range from dense, deciduous, coniferous, and mixed forests on the east side to sparser coniferous forests on the west. The large variety of forests and plants allow for many animal species to live there. Deep interior forests provide habitat for area-sensitive breeding birds such as the ovenbird. The coastal forests provide many stopover habitat for migratory songbirds and raptors. The mix of softwood and hardwood provide excellent habitats for birds such as the red-shouldered hawks and barred owls. The large connected deciduous forests provide ideal habitats for black bears and fishers. The diverse forest types allow for diverse plants including ancient lichens and mosses, ferns, and wildflowers to grow. Vernal pools within the forest provide important breeding habitat for amphibians, including the yellow-spotted salamander. Fallen logs and rocks provide habitat for insects and other invertebrates, fungi, and bacteria, all providing vital services of decomposition. Coniferous trees tend to dominate with species such as eastern white cedar, balsam fir, and white spruce. Other trees found here include pine, birch, poplar, oak, and beech. The forest serves as a large unbroken habitat, offering the vital space larger animals need to survive. The presence of large wide-ranging mammals such as black bears and fishers is an indication of its high ecological integrity, as these mammals are particularly vulnerable to habitat fragmentation because of their large spatial requirements. Much of the forest has changed since European settlement in the mid-1800s as a result of historical logging, agricultural settlement, and major forest fires that swept through the region. Succession has occurred within forests due to changes European settlement has caused. In the 1850s, the Crown took over the area from the indigenous and began granting timber license, but it wasn't until 1914 when the pine supplies were finally exhausted. The timber was cut not due to fuel or for building materials, but for clearing out spaces as quickly as possible. The wood cut was then burned in huge fires for days on end that ultimately impoverished the soil. In early succession, the deciduous tree species, aka trees that lose their leaves seasonally, quaking aspen and big-tooth aspen dominated the area, but in late succession, sugar maple trees became dominant. There is a multitude of environmental stressors that impact the ecosystem, such as invasive species which impact the trophic cascades of the area, and the climate change that affect the plant species able to grow in the area. Human interaction is also a prevalent environmental stressor. The Bruce Peninsula has a high tourist rate, with many hikers and campers visiting the forest every year. The local population and tourists impact the ecosystems due to different types of pollution and the dumping of waste. It is important to use the guiding principle of two-eyed seeing when studying the forests of the Bruce Peninsula. The Bruce Peninsula is part of the traditional territory of the Saugeen Ojibwe nations. In order to best preserve the forest, we need to use both Western and traditional methods, as the indigenous people have lived in the forest for thousands of years and are able to know more about them. The audio perfectly represents what one might hear when they visit the forests of the Bruce Peninsula.